Howdy, folks, and welcome to Everything Systems. I think we live in a pretty good world. Then, plenty of different opportunities, variety, places to see, things to do. However, we also have a lot of problems in this world. And these problems create stress, they consume our time, and perhaps most importantly, they're reducing our happiness and a quality of life. Now, if we look a little bit closer at some of these issues, I think we will see that most of them are systemic problems. So I had a question. Why are all these systems failing? I thought about it for a little while. The answer I came up with is that we don't really have system architects. Let's think about what architects do. An architect is a system designer for one very specific system, a building. It's not an easy path. They've got to get professional architectural degrees, get on-the-job experience, usually through an internship. Then they also have to pass a rigorous test to get licensure. They know the materials that they can work with, the mechanisms and techniques available, the regulations and constraints that they have to work within. They analyze the forces that are going to act on this system or the building, what's going to threaten it, wind, water, like in an earthquake zone. They anticipate subsystem interactions such as plumbing, ventilation, some angles for the windows, etc. They're doing all this so they can create an optimal design. Architects work with experts like structural engineers, fusing science and art together to make an actionable blueprint. All this is done to create a stable, comfortable place for an inhabitant to use. Why don't we have something like this for systems? The systems are all around us, but millions, if not billions, of people are in. Systems such as healthcare, retirement, education, or just look at some of the problems that are emerging, the crises. Addiction could be drugs, or it could just be social media. Burnout, rising depression, suicide. There's plenty of problems, all of them related to systems. So, this channel, it's going to be a journey. Our destination, what place we're heading to, is going to be to come up with a framework for system architecture. Now, as with any journey, there's a lot of exploration. I am open to learn a lot about this. So you might be wondering, who am I? Why am I doing this? Well, I'm a person who has a passion for systems. My secondary passions are for imagination, creativity, and design. But right now, I'm highly focused on systems. I think, in general, I believe that the key to life is balance. This is my little Peter-Totter diagram schematic, but you'll probably see a lot of it if you watch these videos in the future. But basically, the principle of balance is essential for systems design as well as for life, I believe, and I'll try to illustrate that in some of the later videos. I have a goal, an overarching goal, which is to improve quality of life for the average person. To get there, to do that, my tool or weapon is going to be stability. I think if you focus on stability to make it stable systems that last and adapt, that's the best chance I have to achieve this goal. And then, lastly, the meaning of life. I think everyone should be always searching out what the meaning of life is. What's their purpose? What are you here for? What are you trying to get? But for me, I get bounded. It's a combination of all these three. So my passions combined with my goal, combined with what I believe to be the key of life, wrap them all together, and tie it into my meaning of life. And that's why I'm making this YouTube channel. Put that to YouTube channel. I have hope that these systems can be fixed. This is a solution-centric channel versus, let's say, doom and gloom. So let's think you get enough of that on YouTube as it is. So the goal is more of this and less of this. However, we're still going to see some doom and gloom because obviously as systems are breaking and failing, when we have to frame the problem, it's usually going to be a little bit doom and gloomy. However, I'm not going to just throw you this problem without a solution. In fact, I don't even believe anything is impossible. It might be a little corny, but I think everything is imagination possible. Now, I do want to say that I know there are early pioneers out there. Jay Forrester, Danilo Meadows did a lot of work on system thinking, dynamics, modeling, and sim. Ideally, what I'm trying to do is show that you can think of things from a systems perspective, that you can make systems in a fun way, and to encourage people to go out and make your own systems. It's always good to think of what are the motives for any actor in the system, any entity. So what are my motives for making a YouTube channel? I think the common motives that you'll see in this world for YouTube channels is that people are in it to make money, to make content that they like, quit also because they want mine. How do they get there? They do it with ads. One problem for me, though, is I hate ads. Despise them, actually. And I'll make a video someday explaining why I do not like advertisements and why I refuse to use them, why I think they're bad for the entire system. So for now, I'm just going to probably use a Patreon/buy me a coffee model for those that have extra money and appreciate this passion and want to support it. But in reality, I'm not doing this for the money. I have a job that I like. I'm not trying to get out of it. I'm doing this for the fun because this ties in to my meaning in the life. It makes me feel useful, and also it holds me accountable to keep creating content and keep exploring this journey for systems. That being said, hope you're ready to join me on this journey and explore everything systems. It's gonna be fun.